CEVO-Main. And we're actually already live here. Boreal eSports versus Animosity. I'm just making sure that you guys can see it. Boom, there we go. This is not Pro Division, guys. This is Main. These guys are trying to fight their way into the rest of the playoffs here, get themselves into a little bit of cash, and get their way into those that pro placement tournament that will be coming at the beginning of Season 6. Announcement with that, I'm assuming, will be coming soon. But Boreal does open up the round. That's going to be SKLZ, who is able to take down Rob Wiz from Animosity. So what we can see here is Boreal Esports is going to be your CT-sided team, Animosity on T-side. And it looks like they might be trying to set up for a little bit of a mid to B here. Dropping a couple smokes out, looking to see. No, it's going to be a fake. They're going to work their way up catwalk, and it might work out. Envy is going to be up close and personal with Jay right now. Can he make a frag happen? Does not matter. Jay actually takes down Cubed, his teammate that was right there. That's going to be bombed down, and it looks like it actually dropped down into CT, which is so unfortunate for Animosity, as Jay and Romulus are getting a few more kills in their pocket. But Roa is answering ROA anyways. I believe it's Roa is how he says his name. Roa, he's going to drop down. Ill-advised drop there. Romulus will take him out. First round does go to CT's. Boreal Esports is up.
If he never got his hands on the bomb, there was no way he's going to be able to make that round happen. I mean, the 1-on-4 is already tough, and a 1-on-4 with the clock winding down and no bomb is pretty much impossible. So totally see where he's coming from with the drop down. Had to make a play of some kind, but really good play by Boreal Esports, getting that early opening pick in middle to set the pace and get that early man advantage. I think that's exactly what they need to do. I'm really interested in seeing how coordinated they are going to be as a team, but if there's one thing they can do for sure really well, we know for a fact, is shoot individually. So if they can force these early engagements and get Animosity to force the early engagements and lose those early engagements, then I think they're just going to be able to use their raw numbers to take control of the game. And also their nades have been really on point. The guy just threw a near-perfect nade, and it was a near-perfect nade last round as well.
It looks like what we're going to see here from Animosity. Rob Wiz is going to get the first kill there, but SKLZ is able to answer. The guy and Romulus are going to go off right there with the FAMASas. They did have the gun advantage that round. They're going to make it work for him. That's going to be SKLZ with a 2K, Romulus with a 2K of his own, and Boreal takes that second round, but Animosity did gain a little traction there. They did get a couple frags, which will help them out greatly.
Yeah, taking a gun out of as many players' hands as they can was really the best way to make the eco successful, especially since they didn't get any bomb plants on either of the two rounds, so they're not going to be able to buy up early, go for the early surprise buy. So it's going to be a straight-up pistol round for Animosity again, and they're going to be rushing straight into long. Let's see if they can get any frags here.
Man, I believe that was Envy who had a really nice shot right there on the guy who's just trying to make his way into the pit, but he was flashed. And they're not going to be able to really get out long and get some traction here. Cube does get a kill, drops down 1 HP. He's out of the way. The guy cleans up. And 2 more kills for him, and that's going to be a 4K to end that anti-eco round. Boreal Esports up 3-0 as we take a peek at the scoreboard.
The guy quickly stepping up with 5 kills and no deaths right off the bat. I mean, it is pretty early, so I mean, can't really say much about that, but that is a pretty good start. They are going to be upgrading their rifles for the most part and picking up an op on reds. Let's see if he can take control of mid in the way I think they're going to need or want, but no, they're actually going to be moving him straight into the B site and try to get an early pick on tunnels. If he can get this pick and immediately take a man advantage, I think these are the kind of engagements that they need to be forcing. I thought they'd be a little more interested in using the op to control mid, but as long as they can get frags with the op, it doesn't really matter. And he's going to find one, I think. Oh!
Can he make it happen? Not able to bring it down right there, but this will be round number 4 that we're in the midst of right now. Scallywag already has a little bit of damage on him. He's down to 78 HP. Only player that's taken damage thus far in the round. And it looks like they're going to be trying to work their way up the catwalk. That's Animosity anyways, trying to work their way up catwalk. CT's trying to defend here. I do really like what Animosity was doing at the beginning of the round, though. They were kind of split up. It looked like 2 in B tunnels, 1 mid, 2 towards the long house area. Just trying to get some feelers out there, see if they can get a little bit of information about how Boreal is going to play on gun rounds. And they have fully executed up the catwalk. Scallywag was going to be your player at long. He gets taken down. Jay is up there in the goose defending. He gets one before traded out. Now the player, Envy, he has to try and capitalize here. Gets Romulus before he gets taken down by Reds 1. And now we're going to be into a 2 versus 1 in favor of Animosity. They have the bomb planted at the A bomb site. Reds 1, last player left alive. He gets taken out from Cube, who is actually up there in the goose. Pushes down, gets the frag. That's going to be a 2K for Cube, a 2K for Envy, and Animosity is now on the board.
Yeah, picking up their first round of the half, really big. They had a good read on Boreal that round as they moved up cap pretty much perfectly as SKLZ was rotating away from long and through CT spawn. So they had the jump on the site and they just used their man advantage and position advantage really well. And once they had the site, there was really no sign of them giving up their grip on it. The way they played that 1-on-2, took turns peeking and making noise from the site and from Goose, making the op think twice and kind of keeping him on his toes. Did a really good job. Now that they're on the board, they're gonna have to really make sure they don't drop this round right here and put themselves in a position where their back is going to be against the wall. Boreal is just a really dangerous team. At any point, one of their players can do something crazy. So that's kind of one of those quantities you can't really count yourself. I mean, there's no way to quantify the X factor of an individual player. And you know, like at any point, I'm pretty confident that the guy will just spray down everybody from any position. That's just what he does. He's super good. So
the guy is absolutely nutty when he's on. That guy, he's insane, man. We've seen him frag out extremely hard,
especially in main.
Yeah, definitely. Look for them to try and make their way back into the professional division here. Jay opens up the round with a nice lag on Envy right there. Silenced M4 kill in the head. Cubed answers, though. Takes down Romulus, but right there in the smoke is going to be the guy on top of the CT boxes from Spawn. Gets 2, stays up. Reds 1 and SKLZ end up closing down the round. The guy with a 2K and Boreal eSports gets another round for themselves. That's going to be 4-1 Boreal. And remember, guys, this is best of 1 here, so 1 and done, dust 2 action. You got to get it out of the way as quick as you can. And Animosity falling behind early on T side.
Yeah, losing that round really hurt. Boreal did a really good job of staying patient that round and using the rotates really effectively and then collapsing on the mid to B take as it was happening. They really never even got traction on the take. Oh my god, see if the guy can get that spray down I was just talking about.
Looks like it's going to be a rush into the B bomb site right there from an ecoing Animosity. SKLZ with the spray control, channeling his inner Heaton right there. Romulus on the cleanup to get the rest of the frags done out of the way. That's going to be another round. 3K for SKLZ, who shuts down that B rush.
Coming into this game, I'd say that Animosity was definitely the team we didn't know much about, and we really weren't sure how they were going to come in and step up against Boreal. And I think giving Boreal this momentum really early on the less favored side is really not going to help them down the line. I think this is the momentum that Boreal needed early, especially since they are going through those roster adjustments. They are a little bit uncomfortable now, and now that they've got the early momentum when they were doubting themselves the most, now they're kind of returning to form. Skills, or SKLZ rather, knows there's some players on long. He's definitely communicating. His teammates are already rotating Reds on Cat with the op.
Well, that's going to be a push from Envy right there. Works out for him. Kenny controlled the spray against Jay. Not able to bring it down. The Silence M4 does win the battle with a headshot right there. That's going to be Jay still trying to defend over there at the playground. Doesn't make it happen. He gets taken down by Rob Wiz. So now we're going to be into a 4 versus 3 in favor of Animosity, as the bomb is going to be planted at the A bomb site up top now. So all Animosity has to do is hold on here, not allow the flank from long A to take control. That's going to be Romulus working his way around now. He's near the pit. Can he keep it going? He gets a headshot up there on the Goose player. The retake is going. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 now. Romulus at long versus Rob Wiz, who's up at the playground with a Galil. He's going to make a couple shots. He's in a good position here. All he has to do is sit back, not get pushed, and it's not going to happen. Romulus, no time left on the clock. He's going to peek out, try and spray with the gun. He gets the kill, not able to get away enough. He will die at the end of that round. That's 2 rounds for Animosity with the 2K from Rob Wiz. On the other side, Romulus with a 3K of his own. And Animosity is still trying to claw their way back and make this an even game early into these rounds.
Yeah, they are in no way out of this game. I've always seen teams turn the momentum around from much worse deficits than this. So I'm not ready to count them out at all. When they have AKs in their hands, they seem to be effective more often than they're not. I mean, that was their 3rd gun round. They've won 2 out of 3. So with guns in their hands, they've clearly been the more effective team. They just have to keep the pressure up and chain together the round wins. They can't fall back into that cycle of losing a bunch, winning one, and then losing a bunch, winning one, losing a bunch. It's just not sustainable. Their economy is not going to be recovering ever, and they'll just be hemorrhaging money and round losses in such a way that by the time they switch over in the second half, they won't really even have much time to gain the momentum they need to make a comeback happen.
Definitely. Round at number 8 now. We're in the early stages of it, we're down to about a minute left on the timer, so let's see what Animosity can make happen here. They really need to string together those round wins. As you were talking about, it extremely destroys your economy if you're not able to get them back-to-back here. If you go round win, round loss, everybody's economy ends up getting trashed. We've seen it time and time again in the Pro Division, and it's no different when we move down into Main, IM, or the Free Division. Those back-to-back wins are what you need to keep your economy rolling here, and Animosity really wants to put it together right now. I mean, they are T-side Dust too, so they really need to get the majority of their rounds done here, as I do believe Boreal is going to have an extremely strong T-side, but that's going to be Romulus getting one in the pit before he gets taken by Envy. Reds one at the... Oh no, he made a jump at the incorrect time, but did Roa just lag out right there?
Timed out or something. Yeah, that was really bizarre.
I'm assuming so. He was trying to cross with the bomb, ended up timing out or lagging out, whatever it was that happened to him. Gets taken down as he was just standing there. So it's a 2-on-2 now. Bomb is going to be planted. Reds one almost gets taken down right there. Rob Wiz does capitalize on SKLZ, who was trying to push his way through McDonald's, and Rob Wiz on the cleanup. He's able to get himself a 2K, while Envy gets the other 3 on that round, and I do believe we should experience a pause here.
Nope, seems like he's back. Looks like it was just a quick, temporary, really bad timing internet drop where he was standing there just holding the bomb. I think he was about to throw it when it happened, so he ended up just standing there in the middle of the cross. No protection. He actually almost just straight up ran by Reds 1 because of the timing of...
Wow.
Did we just see through and through? Oh, I wasn't even watching it. I've never seen that before. Not on stream, at least.
Oh, that was dirty. That makes... Oh, man. That was dirty right there. But into round number 9 now, we're going to see SKLZ, last CT left alive. He gets himself a 2K, but he's down to 21 HP as there's 2 other terrorists alive on Animosity trying to work their way. Bomb going long. Can SKLZ take him down? Does a little bit of damage. Not able to get it off, though. That nade will end things with Roa, and Animosity has almost tied it back up now. Score is 5-4. And that 2K through the door was definitely helpful to get that round going.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very upset that I missed that. So wait, was it through... Was the wall bang through a door, through a player, or through just 2 players? Man, that would have been awesome.
Through one player into the other. It was hit perfectly in the split. Oh, the jump.
Oh, my God. That's a great shot. And
that hit, too, through the door?
This guy is really an awesome opera. I'm going to keep my eye on Roa. That's the thing, is with a lot of these Animosity players, we really don't know much about them. And I was checking on their page earlier. We don't have any VODs of us streaming them playing before, so I didn't really have any even tape to go back and look through. So this is really our first impression, and thus far, I think they're leaving a good one.
That was actually pretty intense right there. And now we're going into it. Scallywag gets one before the trade-out happens. So he gets taken down. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 here as we're into round number 10, and we have about 1 minute and 5 left on the clock for Animosity to try and make something happen. It looks like they're heavily favoring this catwalk right now. They're not... What we're seeing from Boreal is not an aggressive catwalk player. We're seeing normally like that too long one up in the goose area, but it's not working out for him right now. Rob Wiz takes down Reds 1. Getting a little aggressive in mid. Roa's going to drop down. Luckily, there was a rotate from mid into the B bomb site. Otherwise, he would have been food right there for Romulus as he rotated back to B.
Oh, this is a fake right here. This is a good fake.
Envy makes it happen, taking down SKLZ in the bomb site. Now we're going to have Jay and Romulus in a 2 versus 4. Bomb will be getting planted in the A bomb site right now. So Jay and Romulus have to do that outnumbered retake on the A bomb site. And they're not actually going to go for it. They've actually ran their way back up into B. They're going to go for the save here, save their weapons, as Animosity will tie it up this round. It will be 5-5.
Yeah, retying the game just like that. See, I said they were never dead, and now not only they went from like not even perceived as out of the game to now back in the game, tying the score and taking major economic control, forcing Boreal to be on their back foot. They just need to keep it up and keep the pressure up and keep winning. They need to win this half pretty desperately, and they need to shut down Boreal right now. I mean, you don't want to give Boreal any more footing than they already have. At this point, if they can win the half on Terrorist side 10-5, I think that would be a spectacular half for Animosity.
Yeah, definitely be really good for them right now to make that a 10-5 half. As you said, Boreal will be slightly comfortable with 5 rounds. But let's talk about it real fast as we're getting into round number 11 here. What is your safety net on CT side Dust 2? Round-wise, is that 6, 7, 5? What do you feel it is?
I don't know. Dust 2 is one of those maps that it's just so difficult to to make those kinds of estimates because it's just such a weird map in terms of all the player experience on it. I think 6 rounds and you're doing fine. I'd even accept 5 rounds on CT side. I think 5 is about as low as you'd want to get. But really, as long as you are winning 5 rounds on CT side, you're not doing a terrible job.
And what we're going to see here, that was actually Scallywag who got that 2K. Now only the guy is left alive. We're going to be following from his perspective as he's in a 1 versus 4 situation. Bomb has wrapped its way all the way around long, and it looks like the guy is just going to commit to this save here. Possibly push into the B tunnels, try and work his way into T-spawn and try and save this rifle, as the bomb will be getting planted in A right now. Now, maybe the guy's going to get a little aggressive here, see if he can drop some guns out of the hands of Animosity, and it might work out for him, as Envy is not looking his direction. He makes his way through the double doors and into safety, and now, yeah, they're just going to go for the hunt. Animosity is fully into the hunt right now. 1 player in the B bomb site, 1 working his way through T-spawn, so the guy is in a safe spot currently, as long as that B player and the player in T-spawn does not work their way into the tunnels, and they're actually going to work for it right now, so he's going to be in a dangerous spot. He could possibly have to do a 3-man fight right here. Yeah, he's going to have to fight quite a bit. Gets taken down from below by Roa. 2K for Scallywag, and Animosity has the lead in the game so far. It's 6-5 Animosity.
Luckily for the guy, not that there was anything lucky about getting, CC wall banged for, 10 damage just to lose the round like that, but they have lost now 5 rounds in a row, so they're getting a lot of bonus money, and they weren't relying on holding on to that rifle to make this round happen. They still have plenty of money to fully buy out. They're still going to be able to try to reapply the pressure that they were able to put on earlier. Now, Roa continues to dominate the mid-picking game, hit the guy early on, and must have hit Reds as well at some point, as he is now down to 15 HP. Really just taking control of the mid area of the map and letting his players go wherever. When they go up cat, he's able to work with them. If they want to split out mid, they're always there and grouped up. They're doing a really good job of retaining map control and using it to their advantage.
So it's going to be round number 12 that we're in right now. And what we're going to see here, once again, Animosity is kind of split up here. 1 player at long, 1 player in the mid. 3 are going to be towards the tunnel side. It was 2 players in mid, but I believe that rotate came from Envy, work his way into tunnels. They're going to try and go for a pick, but Reds 1 is sitting there with the op. Takes down Cube. Scallywag at long is going to get rid of Jay. And now we're going to be on to a 4 versus 4 here. Reds 1 is down to 15 HP. The guy is down to 35. And they're going to keep working. That was a nice placed Molotov right there. And let's see if they can keep this rolling. Looks like Animosity might try and work their way out mid, possibly commit back to the catwalk. That's where they're comfortable. They've been working it so well. And yes, they're going to go for it. And right now, it's looking like the honeypot for them. Only 1 player to beat in the A bomb site. Who is that over there? I believe that was SKLZ. He's down. Oh, Rob was getting a nice 2K for himself. SKLZ and the guy both down, out of the way. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 2 in favor of Animosity. Bomb is going to go down with only about 8 seconds to spare there, and Reds 1 and Romulus should go for the save here. They're going to save that op and that M4 and commit to trying winning another round, as Animosity will take this. It'll be 7-5.
Another round where they used their mid control just so effectively. They got the damage early on. They made Boreal eSports a little scared to peek mid. And from there, they just were biding their time until they felt comfortable to group up and make a take happen. And their reads, for the most part, have been really good. I think Boreal didn't fall for the mid to B smoke as hard as they did in previous rounds, but I think that was mostly because of the smoke that was thrown in middle and having Romulus so close to the door. They weren't exactly concerned about getting rushed without having Romulus there to make a hold happen. Red's getting a pick there, actually, at the end, taking down Rob Wiz, so... was able to get an exit with the op, not terrible. If I were Animosity, I would continue letting Roa do his thing with his op, take mid control, do damage to the oppers that seemingly can't get their hands on him, and then I would try to work my way down cat and down into the lower tunnels and just group up in mid and keep putting the pressure on. They're doing such a good job, but with the pace they're outputting now, Boreal needs a stop.
What we just witnessed right there was Roa and unbelievably lightning-fast reactions as he made that shot through the mid-double doors to give their team the 1-man advantage, as the bomb will get planted in B. The rest of the terrorists have worked their way all the way into the bomb site. Boreal now, wow, they're going to do a 4-man save here. They are just committing to this 4-man save. Wow, that is rough. When you commit to a 4-man save, Oh man,
Yeah.
you are not in good situations at that point. But the score will be 8-5 at the end of this round, as Animosity is definitely going to win this, while Boreal saves an op in 3 M4s.
It just goes to show how well Animosity is using the map control that I keep bringing up over and over again. Boreal was just not in a position to make that the retake even make a retake attempt even happen. They just look, as you said, if you're opting to hold on to 4 guns, you're really forfeiting that round. You're saying like, look, we never even had a chance. We have 4 people with guns up, and we're still not going to attempt to win a round. That is kind of I think. I mean, I wouldn't say like a showing of weakness necessarily. I think that's like a little bit harsh in Counter-Strike, but I think that kind of exposes Boreal in a way that, you know, like it kind of shows that they can bleed. And while they started off really strong, they're hemorrhaging a lot right now. And Reds finally starting a round off with a pick for Boreal. So I think this is like the first time they've really had the man control pretty much since they were dominating those early rounds, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Boreal eSports has lost it. I believe they won. They went back and forth one time, and then ever since then, it's been all Animosity who's just taking control of this match so far. It is T-sided, though, so it's to be expected that they should get the majority of the rounds of this half. But, I mean, in dominating fashion so far, I mean, you force Boreal eSports into a 4-man save. That's a rough situation to be in, but Boreal doing what they can with that op. That's Reds 1 who's worked it so far to take down Scallywag and Roa. So that's going to be a 2K for him, and that's definitely going to help them out here trying to grab a 6th round. They're going to do all that they can to try and make this an 8-7 half, which would be as close as you could possibly do it. But Animosity definitely wants to make it a 10-5 if they're able to, as we're down to about 30 seconds now, and they're going to be stacked up in the B tunnels. Here goes the commit, and let's see if they can work their way in. They get in, so far free and clear, take down the guy. That's going to be an entry into the B bomb site. They're going to smoke out everything, try and get that bomb planted. That fire is dropped a little too low, doesn't quite make its way to its mark to prevent that close plant. And now it's going to be a 4 versus 3, 4 versus 2 retake here for Boreal eSports, as Cubed is down to 6 HP, Envy is down to 79. Romulus is going to execute his way and gets taken down by Cubed. Envy also gets a kill right there. 2 versus 2, 2 versus 1 now, as Jay's last one left alive. Cubed is able to take him down, and that 2-man hold right there in the B bomb site was almost perfect for Cubed and Envy. I believe that was all the frags from the round were between them, I believe. 2 and a 3K.
3 on Cubed and 2 on Envy, if I'm not mistaken. Regardless of how much HP you have at the end of a retake or how many players are left alive, all that matters is winning the round. And I would still consider that a perfect hold by them, considering the fact that it was a 4-on-2 on the retake. Boreal just went for the blender strategy, thought they could use raw numbers just to overpower the players that were on the site, and they couldn't. Man. All of these guys are really slick op shots.
Yeah, apparently everybody on Animosity can op extremely well here. We just watched Scallywag do some work at the long A with that Dragon Lore, and that's Envy in the lower B. He's going to get one. Doesn't know that there's another player right there in the smoke. They're going to spray for him. Now they know he's there. That's Romulus. He's going to peek out. Last one left. He gets taken down. 2K to end that for 2 players right there. I believe that was going to be... I want to say it was Envy and Scallywag that both got 2Ks there, but Animosity definitely wins that half. That's going to be a 10-5 half in their favor, and Boreal eSports has some serious catching up to do.
That was a huge, huge 10-5 half. They actually won the last 9 rounds straight. So if that's not capturing the momentum of a half, and then really I don't know what is. And I earlier in the game, I said something to the effect of, you know, I've seen crazier comebacks happen. And I was kind of saying that as, like, my general go-to, like, you know, let's not be discouraged. Maybe the game's not over. But I was not expecting for them to throw that back in the faces of the Boreal players so hard and just to continue on the half in such dominating fashion. I'd like to imagine they can keep that pressure up on this half, and I think a pistol round right here for Animosity, a pistol round win rather, would really crush the spirits of Boreal.
Definitely, this is going to be a huge pistol round here for Boreal eSports. They really need to try and win this on their T side to give themselves that little bit of momentum shift. They could possibly turn this into an 8-10 scoreboard if they're able to get this round here and prevent the anti-ecos from Animosity. And, you know, Animosity is going to be coming strong with it here. They've actually boosted 2 players onto the catwalk.
Cube just got a dink from double door CT to the T side commit.
Ooh, Roa opens it up, though, gets the first frag. He's able to take down Jay. That's going to be huge for Animosity. They already have the one-player advantage as it's pistol round. CT side needs that advantage as those Glock Rush spray is devastating. You get 4 of those in your face, that can shut down 2 players easily. Let's see if Boreal eSports can bring it back, though. They need to get a frag right now, and they have a chance to get it on Scallywag right there. Scallywag and Roa both sitting there. Roa's kind of just waiting out. Oh, no, they're going to re-peek out and just go for the 1-1, but it doesn't pay off for them. They don't get any damage off. They don't take anybody down, and now Boreal eSports has a little bit of information that there's at least 2 players on the catwalk, so possibly a third at A. Now they see RobWiz over there at the CT connector to A, so they should assume there's 3 at A and hopefully work this into some sort of mid to B. Scallywag takes down Reds 1. There's RobWiz also going off. And now there's only 2 terrorists left alive. SKLZ and the guy, they got to try and work up. The guy gets 1 before the trade-out happens. Scallywag in a gunfight still with SKLZ. Here comes his teammate. Cubed is going to be the one who gets the kill, though. And that's going to be an 11th round for Animosity off a 2K from Scallywag.
Seems like Boreal is getting a little bit frustrated with this game and with their inability to really pin down Animosity. We saw Romulus have a great read, just straight up ran through the mid double doors into the CT side spawn, and instantly found a CT was not even looking his way and started taking pot shots at him in his chest and really lost a gunfight that he had no business losing. And a frag there, and then another frag by one of his teammates, and they might have been able to turn that round around, but they're just starting to give up and lose some of the smaller, easier battles that is a little unlike them. So if I were to pick anything out of what I've seen thus far, I think that Animosity has really taken control of this game.
As we're into round number 17 now, Boreal eSports trying to bring this back. It's going to be 11-5 in favor of Animosity. They did win that pistol round at the start of the second half, but RobWiz is dinked now. His teammate is there to clean up those. Scallywag doing what he can. That's actually Roa who gets those kills before RobWiz gets one of his own. Jay on the trade out. So the guy is going to be fighting with his teammate. They have pistols versus FAMAS's. Now Jay does have a FAMAS. Doesn't matter. Roa takes him down from A plat. And that will be a 12th round in favor of Animosity off a 2K from Roa. And at this point, Boreal eSports just wants to get to their buy round to try and stop the hemorrhaging.
I'm sure they very desperately want to get rifles in their hands, but because of the solid defense from Animosity, they weren't able to get any bomb plants on the first 2 rounds, so they're not going to be able to force the agenda early and get those rifles in their hands now as opposed to next round. So they're going to have another shot with pistols. An eco round would be really, really, really big for Boreal, but the combination of Animosity's ability to shoot well and their ability to work off each other that we've seen thus far, I'm not sure if it's going to happen.
Oh, trying to make it happen. RobWiz gets 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th kill right there. That is going to be a 5K for RobWiz on the anti-eco versus Boreal eSports. So Animosity up 13-5 as we move our way into the gun rounds.
Yeah, congrats RobWiz for picking up a huge playoff ace. I think those are few and far between, even if it was an eco round. I think some people try to demean eco round aces, but I'm sure I wasn't watching from his perspective. Unfortunately, I got the T side perspective. I'm sure that was an awesome spray down. So kudos to him, keeping the pressure up and really not letting Boreal back in this game at all. Now 3 rounds away, Animosity just needs to keep doing what they're doing. If they can get the opening picks like they just are right now, Roa taking down the guy, then I think they're gonna be able to keep it up.
Animosity doing what they need to right now. They have the huge advantage. They are on CT side, though. It is a T-sided map, just barely anymore. But Boreal definitely needs to try and win a couple more to try and keep this going. Keep this match alive a little bit longer for themselves. They definitely don't want to end it so fast here. Boreal, I'm going to be honest here. I would feel like Boreal came into this as your definite favorites, but Animosity...
Yeah.
Showing that they're here to stay. They want to get that bid. They want to go far in the playoffs and get into that CEVO professional spot tournament. We're going to see Scallywag. Can he get another? No, he is not able to right there. I lost control of my words as I was watching Scallywag shoot through the smoke. Roa on the catwalk takes down the op, so now only Romulus left alive. He's going to peek out. There's going to be an op right there. He's going to peek out. Can he get past him? No, not able to. Cubed actually takes him down with the M4, and no, I thought Roa did pick up. He picks up the op now. 2K for Roa, 2K for Scallywag, and Animosity is up 14-5.
Yeah, before we even started casting, I'm pretty sure before the game, I said something to the effect of, all right, I know Boreal's pretty good. They're going to be playing on Dust, too. They're going to be able to exploit their individual skill and pressure, and I think it's going to be a short night for Animosity. I mean, that was really just a snap judgment and generalization because I wasn't fully sure what Animosity had to offer. But, based on the first few rounds, I thought my assessment was pretty correct. I thought Boreal would just, Animosity would be a good team, but Boreal would just be a little too much for them. But it's been the complete opposite.
Definitely. We're into round 20 now. This could be your tie point right here for Animosity if they're able to win this. They're one player down. They do have the gun advantage. The guy has to work that silence M4 as hard as he can. He's going to be getting pushed here. P250 in his hands. Romulus goes down to Roa, who pulls out the CC75. Can he get another one? Takes down SKLZ, and the guy does his job with that M4 to get his teammate another gun. So it's going to be 2 versus 3 here. And, man, if they can just get their way up the catwalk right now, they are in good shape. Scallywag on the fast rotate, trying to get out of there. If the guy gets up quick enough, he will catch Scallywag trying to round the corner. Can he do it? Not able to make the shot happen. Scallywag eventually takes him down with an AK headshot and closes out the round with a nice AK headshot. The guy with the 2K and Scallywag and Roa, between the two of them, had all 5 kills. 2 for Scallywag, 3 for Roa, and Animosity is now on match point as we go into a bye for both teams.
Getting ready to 16-5 Boreal eSports. Not something I thought I would be saying about a half hour ago, but really everyone on Animosity playing so well to make this one happen. Scallywag started off the game with something like a 0-6 or an oh my god, Roa is just everywhere. But yeah, Scallywag started off the game really slowly with like an 0-5 or an 0-6 record and has already worked his way back to it. And even KD and 8 assists on top of that. So all players for Animosity pulling their weight at different times and also at the same time.
Well, SKLZ does answer, though, taking down Envy, but Roa is still there with the op. He gets smoked out. He's going to go to the high spot. Let's see if he can get a pick. No, not able to see where the smoke, apparently. And, he eventually does get one. Oh, my goodness. Was that on the drop that he hit that shot?
No. But he saw, like, probably a quarter of a pixel through the smoke and made that shot happen. That was, I think, a better shot. I think the through and through we saw earlier was a little bit of luck. That shot was just filthy.
And that's going to be Jay trying to defend here. It's going to be Jay and SKLZ versus Scallywag and Robwiz trying to keep themselves alive. If they can win this, that is going to be huge for them. Scallywag just runs his way in there. Jay, last one left, gets one. Now it's going to be a 1 versus 1. Just all you have to do at this point, Jay, is delay. Can he get the shot off? And he makes it happen. 4K for Jay, 3K for Roa on the other side, and Animosity cannot win the game yet. It's going to be 15-6 in favor of them, but Boreal eSports is off a win here, and if you look at the economy from Animosity here, if Boreal eSports is able to win this bye round also, that will force Animosity into a save and set themselves up to try and grab 2 rounds off of this win.
Yeah, luckily for them, they had one player who had around 10K. It might have been Roa, who's just not been doing a lot of dying this game, which is pretty important for for working your economy and making progressively more money. If you never have to rebuy, you never have to spend any of it. So he was able to bankroll for his team a little bit, and luckily for Animosity, they do have that large cushion of sorts, the round cushion that they have, where even if they are forced on a save here, it's not going to be round ending for them, or game ending rather. Roa once again finding an early pick with the op, taking down the guy.
Jay also getting a frag of his own. Scallywag takes down Reds 1, so we're going to be 3 versus 4 here in favor of Animosity. Trying to jump and get the shot off is going to be Robwiz, who goes down to Romulus, and now Romulus drops into the pit. Can he keep it going? Can he get another frag? Trying to fight the long A player, and he makes it happen. Romulus takes down Scallywag, so we're 3 versus 2 in favor of Boreal eSports, and it's looking like they are poised to try and make it happen here. That nade could have taken out Jay. Swung a little far, though. SKLZ working the smoke on the A ramp. Jay peeked out. Ill-advised peek there. No reason to make that peek happen when you have the bomb planted. Just sit back, force the CTs to come to you. And Envy down to 16 HP. He's going to get aggressive, trying to come through the smoke. Gets the headshot from SKLZ. Now Roa, last one left alive. 1 versus 2 here. Let's get on his perspective real fast. He's working that op. Doesn't matter. SKLZ is able to take him down. 2K for him, a 2K for Romulus, and 3 kills on the other side for Animosity. And here we are, looking very broke on Animosity side. Forced into a save, so Boreal should get this second round off of this save from Animosity.
Yeah, I think losing on an eco round would be particularly demoralizing for Boreal, but luckily for them it would be so demoralizing that they could just close their games. It would be convenient timing to get eco'd in that regard, but no, I think with rifles in their hands they're going to be able to at least hold off the onslaught that is Animosity, at least one more round before they get rifles back in their hands. Animosity playing that very quick early cat take to put some pressure on Low. Let's see if they can get any P250 headshots here.
That's going to be Jay who opens it up, though, with that AK right there. As we're into round 23 now, the double stack in mid doesn't pay off. Jay picks them all apart. All 3 kills so far for him. That should be a 4th, and he grabs it. Only 1 CT left alive. That is going to be Rob Wiz. He's down in CT spawn with a P250. And Jay is going to be hunting for this eco ace right now. He is just severely hunting for it, trying to work his way around. Let's see. We're going to follow from Rob Wiz as he's the last one left. Jay is going to work with his teammate towards long. No, he's going to peek out. He's very low on HP, and he makes it happen. He gets the ace. 5K for Jay right there as Boreal eSports picks up their 8th round. But we should be back onto a bye here, but no ops in the hands of Animosity.
Yeah, I'll extend another congratulations to Jay picking up a huge playoff ace. Even when their backs are about as against the wall as they could possibly be, ace rounds are huge, and those are things that really give your team a big morale boost, give yourself a big morale boost. So maybe they'll be able to transition it into a few more rounds, but Animosity is going to be able to afford rifles this round to make the full buy happen, so they're not going to be giving up easy. Roa actually rotating his way towards A, and they're going to be playing a little bit of a give-up mid, and not putting the all pressure on mid. I think mostly because they couldn't afford it.
So we're going to be in
or
the middle.
Because they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm curious what they're going to try and do here. Just allowing that mid. No, he's going to rotate his way back. Actually, Scallywag is going to rotate his way back into the mid from CT side. Try and defend here. So what we're seeing from CTs, if they get this pick on Scallywag, that is huge for them. They make it happen. And are they going to try and work into CT? No, okay,
Maybe.
yeah. No, they're going to go into B. They're going to use that smoke to try and fake that off. It works for him. Jay is able to take down Envy. Only 1 player in B to beat, but he works his way into the tunnels now. And so now Jay is just sitting there ready to defend. Cubed is going to get a nice shot off on Romulus. Now they have an idea where one of the 3 remaining CTs is. He is definitely in the tunnels already. But look at the lurk out mid. SKLZ doesn't look the right direction. He hears somebody in CT spawn. So now it's going to be 2 versus 3. They have to, or excuse me, 3 versus 3 here, as the retake attempt is going to be coming from Animosity. Going to try and work their way in, and that's going to be the guy. No, yes, the guy does end up getting the frag. Cube tries to work his way out tunnels, gets one before the trade out. 3K for Jay, 2K for the guy, and also on the other side of things, 2K for Cubed. And Boreal is clawing their way back out of this hole that they're in, and once again, Animosity broke onto a save. This should be a 10th round for Boreal.
Yeah, Animosity should be interested in picking up a round win sooner rather than later. I wouldn't want to let Boreal get much closer than they already are to making the comeback happen. I think they're a team that is very capable of making it happen, or from what we've seen in the past of them, they are very capable of making that kind of play happen. Red's going to get 2 free picks, or Reds and the guy getting 2 free picks on the cap players, making an aggressive push, trying to make something happen on the eco. They have not been getting in the faces of Animosity earlier in the rounds. I think that's really smart of them. They sit at the top of mid or in lower tunnels until they get the picks on the players in the area, and then start moving their way in that direction. I think it's conservative, it's smart, and it's one of the reasons why Boreal has been so successful on their gun rounds.
Definitely. Round 25 is already going here. It's going to be an eco. Envy, last one left alive, eats a grenade, touchdown into the lower B. He's out of the way. Romulus with a big 3K. Only CT to get a kill was Cubed. So it's going to be 15-10 in favor of Animosity, who is still just hunting for that one more round. But Boreal trying to drag this out as far as they can. They would love to pick up 5 more and force this into some overtime on Dust 2.
That would be pretty crazy. At this point, Animosity is also pocketing full bonus cash, I think, right? With how many rounds they've lost in a row? 5 rounds? Or
yes.
3. They're pocketing a lot of bonus cash, pretty much no matter what. So right now, they kind of have no reason not to buy. I mean, if they buy up and they win, then that's it. They win. If they buy up and they lose, they're going to be getting 4K right back in the bank to continue to work with. And they all have at least $1,000 or around $1,000 on them, or not most of them, but they have enough money where they're going to be able to keep the buying pressure up on Boreal. So expect a bunch of gun rounds in a row here if Animosity doesn't stop them right now.
This is going to be round 26 here. Execute coming into the long A. Only 1 player defending there at the pit. 2 players are up on the catwalk. Oh, Reds 1 makes it happen, though. He's able to take down Roa before Scallywag trades him out. Rob Wiz gets 1 before the trade out there. So we're 3-on-3, 3-on-2 now in favor of Boreal eSports. The guy is going to make this a 3v1, takes down Envy, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 1. Cubed is right there in the smoke. Jay absolutely removes his face with that AK headshot right there. 2K for Jay, as Boreal eSports is back in this full time now. 11-15, Animosity is up, and what we're going to see here is probably a forced buy from Animosity, unless they want to save out and try and grab an op. And pistol buys, they're going to save.
Yeah. That makes sense. They could force up right now and get some lower tier rifles if they wanted to. I guess I was a little short on their money, but they would rather make sure they can make the most out of their round. I was pretty confident that Rob was going to be able to make that round happen from pit. He used his flash exceptionally well to get himself out of pit and into a position where he had the spray down attempt. The players lined up for him, but unfortunately with that silence M4, he just couldn't make the spray down happen the way he wanted to. But either way, he did a ton of damage. It was a great attempt. I'd be scared of long if I were Boreal. I think just working picks in the middle area and then going mid to B or working up cat is going to be the way they're most successful.
Well, that's going to be a drop right there from Jay, who's able to grab a few more kills before the tradeouts happen. Does he get taken down? Right, Wiz. The eco is alive and well right now from Animosity. So they do have... Oh, they picked up a gun. That's going to be Envy who picked it up. Can they fight? It's going to be a 2 versus 1 on the catwalk now. 1 versus 2. Here we go. Romulus has to try and eco this, or not, excuse me, not eco this. Try and clutch this 1v2 to keep his team alive in this. Rob Wiz does pick up an AK. Bomb is going to be down near the A plat. One player is down in CT. Can he get the kill? That's Envy out of the way. Romulus working his way towards the ramp right now. Rob Wiz can't make the frag happen. Rob Wiz closes it out. 2K for Jay right there at the end of that, but that will be a victory, 16-11 for Animosity.